Hi guys, my name is Lachi for short, and welcome to another part of Don't Eat The Cashier. If you haven't seen the previous part, please do so. And what happened last time? Well, last time we managed to serve our first customer successfully. I mean, do you see the tip jar? Do you see how much money there is? Yeah, so that was a success. And now there's another customer awaiting us, so let's get started. Hopefully it's gonna be as successful as the last one. Okay, steps. Another visitor. This one decided to come in through the door for a change. Okay. I assume that, what was his name? It was like Dairyman? The Jester, the Mad King. I assumed he walked through the door as well, but whatever. Oh, wait. Is that blood dripping from him? Oh no. He seems unwell. I hope he doesn't knock over my shelves of shampoo with jojoba oil and delicate lilies on his way. I'm kind of surprised that they, that we have something like that in here. Oh, hey, you look rough. Damn. I mean, Bob did say that we're supposed to, treat injured customers as well, so maybe that's the case? He's not just unwell, he looks like hell. Literally, all the skin on the left side is torn off from his jaw to his temple. Oof. I swallow nervously. What kind of meat grinder has this guy been through? He looks like someone who could rip me apart if he didn't like what he hears. I need to be careful if I don't want to become the next victim. Oh, okay, so I suppose we're supposed to be extra careful. Okay, that sounds like I should save, I guess. You look like the Terminator at the end of the second movie, buddy. The Terminator who just wrecked my entire floor. Give him a thumbs up. Okay. How's life, sir? Well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks. When will the Lord take my sinful soul? Break down in tears, you don't want to work here anymore. I'm not sure if he will want to talk about it, so well, it's hard to imagine how the other fighter looks, I guess. He lets a gurgling, raspy laugh. Okay. You don't want to know what the other fighter looks like. Okay. Honestly, I really don't want to know. My inner archive labeled I don't want to know this is at the risk of busting from overflow tonight. Yeah, fair, and luckily we didn't get extra info from Bob, when he was teaching us. Oh well, also I kind of do want to know. I don't know, I'm just curious. Words clearly come to him with great difficulty, which is probably not surprising for a man without half a face. He clears his throat, but it doesn't help much. I need blood. Like a transfusion? He tried to smile. It would be charming if he still had the necessary muscles for that. Now it will haunt me in my nightmares, among other things. The client pauses again, briefly to clear his throat. Mine? Recoil or don't kill me, I'm already having a bad streak in life. We don't do transfusions here, no IV drips, just discount rod. How about tomato juice, drunk vintage? Let me see what we have. Yeah, let me see what we have, I guess. Yeah, good. Good choice, babe. Steps to the storage. Just in case. Okay, what? He suddenly leans forward, boring into me with his remaining eye. Go and find me some goddamn blood. Yeah, go and find the goddamn blood. Yes. A strange pressure builds into my head, and the edges of my vision blur. An unyielding command blossoms in the center of my mind. Oh, I mean, I would have checked the storage anyway. You didn't have to do that. I don't know why, but I feel an incredibly strong urge to find blood right now. Okay, my client discovered the blood, but still hungry. Maybe he fought with something inedible. Or is it his own? I found myself in a storeroom, a tangled labyrinth of shelves reaching up to the ceiling, stuffed with boxes, crates, and mysterious cans. Okay, oh, there's a pair of eyes, so... Oh, there's a mortar as well. Some mushrooms, tentacles, smiley faces, okay. Spider, something with skull. Yeah, I assume that since we have eyes, we could have blood as well, but I don't know. In the corner, something rustled and snorted suspiciously. So, where could the blood be? I need to think fast. He's not going to wait forever. Save? blood needs to be stored in a fridge, so do we have a fridge or freezer or something like that? Right now, I'm at the very beginning of this crazy place. Bah, where's the blood? Go to the food for mouse section. Go to the section supplies for self-propelling gearbox. Probably not that. Go to the section foaming body washes for leather bags. No. Go to the section items that inspire pensiveness. What does that mean? Is it food for mouth? I suppose. I mean, we could just ask Bob, but I don't think he would be too happy about that. These signs are driving me insane. I really hope my manager will eventually learn English properly. I'm surrounded by pure pandas of anxious packaging, and even in front of the department entrances, there's some baby food for cyborgs piled up. I'm frantically trying to decipher the crooked inscriptions. In front of me are sections with with food for mouth. We haven't found the blood yet. Dense energy blocks for chewing, infused nutritional flows, food afraid of heat. I guess food afraid of heat because, you know, blood needs to be stored in cool places. The coldest corner of the store. Large freezer chests and refrigerators with glass doors are covered in frost. Next to the frozen pizza are gremlin cryo capsules, and among the buckets of ice cream, you can find flavors like minted tritium and liquid family. Oh my god. Wait, liquid family? Oh, no! Ooh. No, I hope that's not what I think it is. A huge freezer chamber. Okay, matter of lesser life forms. I guess it's the matter of lesser life forms, but it's spare parts of human organisms. Yeah. Products of animal fauna exploitation with fruit pieces. Okay, so I assume it's matter of lesser life forms. Like, either it's gonna be flesh or it's gonna be blood, so yeah. Bingo, there's animal blood here. Yes! Okay, that's good. I mean, why was I hoping for a human blood? Whatever. Data pack label going. Data delicious fat rat, integrity 87% running across the floor. Perhaps it's not a good idea to feed him animal blood. Look for another option. Let's take the. Let's take this one. I grab a hefty plastic bag filled with dark, thick liquid. I hope it's especially nutritious, exquisite blood from a pig that loved truffles. But more likely, it enjoyed rolling in the mud. I mean, even if it ate truffles, it would still enjoy rolling in the mud. Perhaps that gives its blood a special hint of zest. Or parasites. Hopefully not. Either way, the pig and I are leaving. Also, the parasites would be more like in the flesh. No? Whatever. I mean, they do happen to be in the blood and stuff, but not all the time? I don't know. He abruptly lifts his head as I approach. You already? His voice carries genuine surprise and clear relief. Well, good thing you were wandering around for half an hour. Bring it here. He just stares into my oink with his teeth. No glass or pinky out. Blood trickles down his chin, staining the already belly-girt floor as he swallows. I watch the whole scene with a Pepe the frog face. Pepe the frog face. Ah, not Pepe. It's Pepe. Damn. Oink. No oink. I'm not crazy yet to oink for vampires. Damn pigs, filthy animals. You could have found something better than this crap. Hey, sir, it's something, and I was quick about it. I'm so sorry, I'm the most pathetic cashier in the world. Excuse me, sir, something tasty will probably come in later. Feel free to stop by again. This isn't a restaurant for bloodsuckers. Be grateful we even have something left in stock. Something better will come out later. Wink, wink. Come back later. Yeah, great. What else will be on the menu? Frog blood? Or maybe opossum blood? Make me a cocktail in advance. I'm not just mixing blood in there for you, you picky eater. Alright, to hell with that. Better than nothing. I'm going to rinse off. Might as well wash my mouth too. While he's not here, I have a perfect opportunity to wipe the blood stains. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm just grabbing a pool of blood on my first day at work. An interesting story for Reddit. A wonderful tale. I'm doing just fine. Nobody has eaten me. Yeah. Oh! Oh, you healed up! Oh, so yeah, that makes sense that vampires do that. He's looking so much fresher with the second half of his face. Although his expression still resembles that of the constipated owl. I'll just stand here for a while, okay? Take a little break. Besides, there's nobody here with you right now. And just so you know, if you try to contact the werewolves, I'll take your head and crush it like a walnut. Oh, I had no idea that you were fighting the werewolves, and like I have no way to contact the werewolves. So, yeah, you're safe with me. I'm David, by the way, a vampire, as you may have already guessed. What an incredibly interesting way to start an acquaintance, especially that part about the walnut. Yeah. I'm Crystal, like champagne. Nice to meet you, Aichi. Okay, Aichi. I knew Aichi once. No, you did not. No way. She used to trade kidneys in Venice Beach. She was a good girl until she got picked up. Okay. I'm sure that we're not the same. He's trying to provoke me, deliberately sharing the dirty details of his life to see how uncomfortable I can get. No kidneys for you. I suppose I'm also selling some kidneys now. Check the catalog. Yes, exactly 10 categories. Say nothing, look away. No kidneys for you. Wow, I don't know how I'll survive this. Probably harder to survive this than working in this place. He struck a nerve. No offense, but I think I know every place in the city where you can buy a kidney. It's doubly crappy that I don't need them anymore. Unless I want to sell them too. Oh, I guess you can just regenerate and stuff, right? Yeah, that will work. Technically? Do like his organs count as, alive? I'm just wondering because, like, he can regenerate, right? And I know that liver, like, regenerates normally, but if he's, like, if he would be given blood, could he, like, donate liver, like, infinitely? Kind of? I don't know. What if you remove an entire organ? Would it like regenerate or not? Because in that case, you could get a lot of organs for like organ donations and stuff. I don't know. I was just thinking about the concept. Whatever. Now I have a vampire here, and he's regenerating. Wonderful. The main thing is to not accidentally blurt out something wrong. I need to be friendly. Yeah, I'm. Last time that went well. I mean, we got to eat some nice food. Okay, are you sure you're a vampire and not a chupacabra? They drink blood too. I think that would be like too close to werewolves, so no, not that. Since many vampires wear leather jackets, don't you guys prefer caves and novels anymore? Thanks for not eating me, David. In reality, you're still a bit shaken from what just happened. Say nothing, silently wipe the counter. Thanks for not eating me. They lets out a quiet chuckle. Hey, that's a good sign, right? The guy clearly expects people to be afraid of him. He might have looked lost when he first arrived here, but now, seeing my fear, he obviously feels right at home. It's not over yet. Get out of my store! Although, you're too bony. Yeah, I guess eating the instant noodles does that to a person. And I'm sure you love to eat all that cheap crap. Like instant noodles. People like that. Their blood's just not tasty. Yeah. Only if there's nothing more interesting in the pot. So you don't like glutamate and cholesterol? They are the tastiest things in the world. So, Cyril, let's get one thing straight. I'm not food, and I'm not for sale. So does alcohol affect vampires too and other things? Oh, okay. Oh, so you don't like it? They crunch on my teeth. Okay. Even cheap liquor is better. At least it warms you up and disinfects. It warms the body and soul. Oh, that answers the alcohol thing. Vampires can be alcoholics. Another astonishing discovery from my shelf of amazing revelations, none of which I wanted to make. David slightly grimaces as he moves his hand. Damn nuts. Probably not all the wounds have healed completely. And does being a vampire doctor fall under my duties? A good question. I don't know. I think Bob said it was mandatory. Fair. I guess we're supposed to do like anything that is needed for the customers. And for the tips. Point at the wound. Let me help. But at the wound, I don't want to help you, but my employment contract requires me to treat the creatures that come here. Let me help. He looks at me skeptically. The offer of help is probably so foreign and unexpected to him that it leaves him momentarily dumbfounded. You... what? You want to play nurse? I don't mind. A flicker of confusion is replaced by something more intense. It's just a couple of scratches and a little piece of... a little piece of something that will grow back on its own. I'm fine. If you don't let yourself be treated, my boss will lock us both in a dimension of horror where we'll be cleaning toilets with fork for 2,000 years. I guess so. I could say that. That sounds fun. I see. You're afraid of doctors, huh? Such a tough guy. Yet scared of getting treated. Say, I have no idea what it means, but whatever. You mentioned werewolves. It's probably not just a scratch. Let me try to help, okay? I have no idea what this means, so let's do this one. Really? And how am I supposed to clean with a fork? And why such a rigorous amount of time? Is there that much cosmic crap in there? His voice carries a clear mockery. He's about to say something even more sarcastic when suddenly... Bob has returned to his accounts. The sound he makes still fill my soul with dread. Probably not just mine. Yeah. Is he also your enemy, David? Finally, the forks and toilets break through the last layer of his defenses. Alright, I spent my whole life in complete crap. I don't want to spend the next 2 millennia there too. Damn you. Go ahead. Get out your bandits with Dr. Chocola? Okay. Dr. Chocola, whatever you're selling. Oh, okay. David sheds his jacket, shirt, and t-shirt, and even settles on a squeaky stool next to the counter. Are those like wounds or are those scars? Fresh scars? Maybe. Why are they purple? Doesn't matter. He's about to face a serious trial, staying in a vulnerable position for a few minutes. For some reason, cruel fate hasn't made him claw-proof. He certainly looks like he was just thrown into a blender. Oh no. I mean, look, at least his face looks better. Judging by those bullet scars, he has quite an interesting past. Or maybe he was attacked by werewolf cowboys with guns. Most likely the former. By the way, I didn't know that corpses have doctors too. I thought the only doctor available for me now is the coroner. I'm rummaging through the necromancy kit that was sitting under the counter. We've got that? Interesting. It's a heavy military-style metal box with a faded label reading, Kit for Alternatively Living Organisms. Yeah, sounds about right. Inside, besides standard bandages, there are some strange items. Silver tweezers, vials of thick, glowing liquid, additional fingers, and of course, an instruction manual. A cheap, laminated brochure stained with something that looks like coffee. Yeah, it's probably old. In the instructions, the first point states, determine whether you are dealing with a zombie. Ask your alternatively living subject if they ever wanted to eat someone's brain. David, have you ever, wanted to eat somebody's brain? Okay, alternatively living subject, have you ever wanted to eat someone's brain? David is clearly not a zombie. Move on to the next point. No, that's fine. It's fun. What subject? I'm not, not a subject. Oh, come on. I was just trying to, poke out the fun, lighten the mood, whatever. It seems like for his vampire feelings, he lets out a nice sigh for the umpteenth time today. Your brain, definitely not. Okay. What about someone else's? Was that a joke about me being dumb? I'm, by the way, very smart and I have very tasty brain. No, what about someone else's? I'm not. For crying out loud. What kind of question is that? I'm not attracted to other people's brains. Not at all. Do you remember Dracula eating his brains? No. Did he rise from his coffin and say, well, a lovely evening. I think I'll go munch on some brains. Stop looking at me like that. I'm not a damn zombie. I'm a vampire. And And not even a chupacabra. I'm glad we haven't asked him that, but zombies are stupid. They can't even talk. They just grunt and groan. I don't get why that's not in our necrotherapist guide. After a workday, I can only grunt and groan and be done. Am I a zombie? Alrighty, therefore he's a zombie, at least not yet. Let's return to the treatment. I guess he just wants to be, you know, done with it, so yeah. I would do a black foot out of joy right now if I didn't have a piece of cloth sticking out of my ankle. Oh, okay. I still glance at my visitor. I wonder if werewolves just clawed him up, or if he managed to kill someone too. My instincts, something out of the Stone Age, suggest that he could have. The guy has a killer's gaze. You see someone like him in an alley, your hand automatically reaches for your wallet and phone. I lower my eyes. Next point. Let's establish the nature of the injuries. What kind of wounds could werewolves leave? Yeah, it's simple. You've got lacerations, claw teeth, and a bit of saliva, possibly very contagious. It seems the damage was psychological. Tell me about your tragedy past as it says in the handbook. Let's not, you know, fool around, so let's be direct. David listens to this with the pride of a true soldier. Every word feels like a medal for valor. Nice! Something like that. He said it as if he didn't care, but I know better. Stroke his ego at the end. Wounds from a real rabid beast, buddy. Shake your head. You really need to stop with these fights. They won't lead to anything good. He probably can't do anything else, I guess. Stop medical discussions and just move on to the next point. Wounds from a real rabid beast, buddy. I'm dying of laughter. I mean, you're already dead, but yeah. He chuckles happily, trying to hide a glimmer of pride behind humor, but I won't be fooled. David is no longer just a wounded sucker. He's a true gladiator, having survived a battle with rabid beasts. Absolutely epic. I reach through the medication I need and grab the regenerating extract for alternatively living life forms. Now all that's left is to apply the stuff. I dip my fingers in the jar and... Do you at least have like some kind of cotton swabs or something like that? I mean, we don't know what's in that. Suddenly he grabs my hand. There's something wrong, and I'll rip your tonsils out of your butt. Out through your butt, whatever. Okay. Staying calm, I sit down. Allow me to do my job, sir. I will be extremely careful. If you touch me, my boss will rip your soul out through your butt. You know, you have this fantastic talent for coming up with threats. You should write scripts for action movies. That way, I'm a pathetic, miserable, harmless cashier. Yeah, let's stay calm. Let's stay calm. I hope the acetone wasn't like, you know, too cold, but whatever. The phrase of any faceless representative of the service sector, my perfect shield against the surrounding world and the rude vampires that inhabit it. Watch yourself. You will get a second chance. Okay. No, not my vampires doctor's license. What's that stuff? What? Why is it? Is that smoke? Okay, interesting. Whatever. And we like willingly dipped our fingers in that. Like, imagine seeing like some kind of, I don't know, flask with black goo. I mean, it is regenerative, I guess, but like, I wouldn't dip my fingers in that. Yeah, please find some cotton swabs or something. I don't know. Also, like, that's not sterile. Whatever. I apply this black goo to the wound. A puff of steam rises from the wound, and the air starts to smell like something is frying. It's probably very painful, but David remains calm. Not a single complaint, which is surprising. I hope it's not from your squid manager. Well, we all hope for that, buddy. Yeah. Morgan, restore some justice. No, let's be careful. My movements become slow and deliberate. I do everything cautiously, barely touching the skin around the wound, allowing him to get used to the sting. I can see the tense muscles in his back and shoulders relax slightly. He's still wound up, but the relief is starting to wash over him. Nice! Nice. Naturally, no thank yous or pleases from him, but at least he's no longer threatening to do something to my butt every 5 seconds. Distracted with conversation. You know, David, every noble knight needs someone to tend his wounds after great battles. I mean, he's doing fine, I guess. I mean, we could distract him with conversation, but this sounds... let's finish in silence. Oh, that worked beautifully. Interesting. Okay. I finish up. Surprisingly, the wounds really are healing. The scars won't beautify this man. Why are you doing all this? The question is asked in an astonishingly serious tone. He's driving me crazy. Even more than the clown from earlier, it seems. Nah, I think that this is much better, actually. I just want to help. Lie, you want tips, and to go home. Play the Sims and watch TV shows? Yeah. I just want to help. Truth. You're an angel of mercy from the dirty gas station. Would he know the difference between those two? Depends on how we say it, I guess. These are my work obligations. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't bother with you. I just want to help. Why? David is confused. In his system of beliefs, action always equals benefit. I'm throwing a wrench into his flawless, long-running mechanism. How do we know that he works like... You know, that his thinking works like that? Well, I can't watch someone suffer. Let's just say I have subtle fetishes. Eh? What? Wow, God bless your noble heart. Gosh, he shifts awkwardly. Clearly, he's uncomfortable and unaccustomed to being the object of compassion, so he immediately hides behind yet another sarcastic comment. But what can I do? I feel sorry for every little kitten on the street. Sometimes I even feel sorry for especially large, nasty, troublesome kittens. It must be tough living with someone like that, huh? I bet you have 40 cats living in your apartment, and all of them are strays. David treats me like an open book. It's amazing that he can even read at all. What? Why do we assume that he can't read? What? Most of the time, help isn't altruistic. People always want something in return. Money, a favor, for you to take them off the hook. Helping people for no reason is like throwing crap against the wind. Alright, moving on. Screw this. Honestly, don't care what's going on in your head. Yeah, and somehow we assume that we know what's going on in yours, which is weird, but whatever. This is the most unconvincing lie I've ever heard in my life. He clears his throat. Thank you. Oh, he said thank you. I'm surprised. What? Am I hearing things? I thought he didn't know such words. I'm even afraid to breathe, so I don't scare off this rare exotic display of politeness. He says that word as if he's pronouncing it for the first time in his life. I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually the case. Just a couple more seconds and he's back in front of the counter. So the client is fed, clean and healed. And yet he's still here, not putting any money on the counter, and the tip jar is lacking. I look at him. He's supposed to be full of energy, but instead, he looks lost. David is deep in thought, in the dark, gloomy little place that occupies his mind. Are you planning to pitch a tent here? Can I do anything else for you, sir? Have you decided to eat me after all? This isn't the best place to crash, buddy, but there's a vampire hotel 2 blocks down. Can I do anything else? This seemingly simple question stumps him. David frowns and looks past me for a while before responding. Yeah, you can do something. I'm curious about one thing. I haven't talked to a regular human in a long time. I wonder by regular human, does he mean my extremely natural ascent? I'm a vampire, werewolf, or thieving gnome. What does he mean my lack of a criminal record and absence of drug or alcohol dependency? Or maybe he's looking for a perspective of an ordinary worker, a working class person, a grey color. Yeah, probably that. Let's see how it goes. Does your face always look that funny when you're thinking about something? I wouldn't know. I'm not looking in the mirror when I'm thinking. I don't even get a chance to respond to a jab before he follows up. Let's go on an experiment. Suppose you're now a free vampire, able to go wherever you want, do whatever you want. Where would you go? David looks at me expectantly. Is he like hunting for another vampire or something? I don't know. Is he that free vampire or is he searching for another one? I don't know. Okay, what kind of superpowers do vampires have? Any weaknesses that I will have? What weaknesses will I have? And who were you before the bite? Can you find everyone who wronged you in your life and get revenge? A lot of things depend on who exactly turned me into a vampire. Who vamps you? Wrap it up with a question. With questions. I'm ready to tell you about my decision. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So do you have like superpowers? A whole lot. We're practically a superhero league. I'm sure it never crossed your mind in the reality. Bloodsuckers can be way scarier than in sappy movies for girls. Looks like he's watched Twilight. Interesting. Yeah. Some of us not only drink human blood, but also capture people to experiment on them. Why? They turn human bodies into a real nightmare of flesh and bones. Dr. Morrow couldn't even imagine. And there are vampire sorcerers who can rip your soul out of your body and make you work for them for eternity. Literally. Oh no! That probably wouldn't compare to us scrubbing the floor of the toilets for 2,000 years. Seems like I already have one of those sorcerers. His name is Bob. He's checking his bills. There he is. I wonder what inner strength it took David not to flinch. And there are those who can make your head explode. Literally. With just a glance. Is that you? Because I remember that that's how it was kind of described, like when you looked at us with your eye. Okay. But not all of us are wicked bastards. We don't even have to kill a person to eat. Just drink a little, instead of gorging yourself like a pig at the throat. But some don't care. They just drain all the blood and splash it everywhere. The forensics team is baffled why the person turned into a sprinkler before dying. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Yeah. Which of these do you have? And which of these do you have? Let me guess then. No, we know that he has at least one. Can vampires open beer cans with their minds? What? Which was... I'm not sure that he's gonna answer, but let's try that. I've got a decent list of what I can do. I'm not complaining. Imagine it. You never get tired. You can party all night long. Okay, whatever. You're stronger than 10 thugs combined. Well, except for 10 werewolf thugs. That might take some effort. If you want to shrink down and fly somewhere, you can turn into a tiny bat. Your reflexes become 100 times sharper. You feel everything. You see everything. You can hear words be a block away. Okay, that's really specific, but yeah. I don't want to hear what words are up to. Well, stay silent and let him continue. And finally, you can make people do anything you want. Absolutely anything. Oh, so yeah, that's what that was about. Are you sure the last one is due to your vampires or not just because they're scared you beat them up? There's also another option, but let me continue. It's one thing to scare someone. They give in just to avoid being harmed. It's another when they act with full confidence that it's what they want. They don't even realize they're just vampire pawns now. Yes, I think I get it. He put a trick on me too. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. David smiles, but this time the smile is strained. These are the words of someone stuck in a web of artificial connections and but related threats. Fear and supernatural compulsions are the best foundations for a strong friendship. Okay, so we can either say this thing we just thought, or I can enchant friends for myself. Wonderful! Or make someone give me their wallet. I wouldn't use it for it, well, whatever. Even if it's based on my butt, I don't care. If you're a bloodsucker, you'll live like this and no other way. In this snake pit, you won't make true friends. Vampires don't live in one big, beautiful house like in Twilight. They're like cowboys in the Wild West, constantly cutting and shooting each other and blowing up houses. Like the ones in the Twilight. They mentioned Twilight again. Oh my god. They'll think I'm whining. It's actually great. It keeps you on your toes. Don't think you just mentioned or Twilight. You'll get used to it once you just. I'd rather live in a big vampire house in happiness, love and harmony. Come to think of it, being a cowboy isn't so bad. I guess it's not. Well, I guess that's whatever. Exactly. A great way to feel alive. I mean, from what it sounded, or from what it sounds like, we wouldn't have any other options. Not so that you get it. He seems to enjoy talking about how cool vampires are. Yeah. I don't want to. Let's ask. I think there's something more interesting. David looks at me expectantly. Why did you watch Twilight? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't watch emo crap. I hold a dramatic pause. David looks like a cornered animal. He stares at the floor, then the ceiling, anywhere but me. Finally, he lets out a loud sigh, filled with disappointment and embarrassment. Fine, damn it. Alright, I watched everything. All Twilight movies, watched The Lost Boys, Interview with the Vampire, Blade. The idiot who bit me didn't explain anything beyond the basics, like, don't get out in the sun, you little punk. I thought maybe these stupid movies had a clue, you know? Hidden on all that silly romance and melodrama, most of it turned out to be crap. I read legends, searched for info online. As you can imagine, all supernatural beings try not to give themselves away, but sometimes used to stumble upon bits and pieces. Or crazies, one or the other. My favorite, by the way, was From Dusk Till Dawn. Too bad vampires don't explode in real life. Oh, okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Oh, why you watched it and stuff. Okay, you still haven't told me if you sparkle like Edward Cullen in the sun. Yeah, let's ask. He takes a deep regular breath. No, we don't sparkle. Want to know what happens if I step into the sun? I catch fire in the sun, as if someone poured gasoline on me and lit a match. Do you know what it smells like? Like fried chicken. It's nasty, excruciating, final death. Very brutal. Well, you're lucky that you didn't go out in the sun then. Oh. Hot man? No! Terrible, however, let me ask you one more thing. Go ahead, but hopefully it's not about Twilight. David looks at me expectantly. Okay, so one more thing. Who were you before a bite? He opens his mouth, ready to tell me off or mention something about butts again, but he stops himself. Probably his thank you sealed our fragile friendship. Yay! I'll tell you, but it's probably not relevant. Well, it's nothing. I was a nobody. I was just surviving as everything went to hell. Unlike all those bastards born with a silver spoon up in their butt. You ever see those happy American families in TV commercials? They sit at a table with a bowl of salad, smile like idiots, and they always have a dog. Well, that wasn't my case. My stepdad was a crazy guy who thought the best birthday gift was a smack on the head. He did teach me how to shoot properly though. I left my family dumb early. It's really dumb, but I thought I would start a band and become a rock star. Yeah, you look the part. But as they say, wishing on one hand, grabbing the other. See which one fills up faster. At first, I worked wherever I could. Then I found some guys to do some shady stuff with. Oh, is that how you... Wait, did you actually know somebody who, you know, like sells kidneys? I don't know. There are many ways to make a living in the Los Angeles area. Can't exactly work the cash register, right? David jabs again, but without malice. The antisocial environment made him resentful of the middle and upper classes, but it hasn't affected me yet. I wonder why. Yeah, being a gangster would be cool. Doing gangster things, riding motorcycles. Hey, working the cash register isn't so bad. It would be even better without customers like you. Make no comment. That's it. That's the whole story. What about you? Oh lord, this is my chance to make up something cool. Or just tell it like it is. I mean, he did tell us what... Hopefully he did tell the truth, so we could probably do the same thing, I guess. I'm a criminal too, the best sniper in my gang. Now I'm hiding under a fake name in another city and state. I have a single parent family and an art degree and no dog. Tell the truth. He listens to how I ended up in this dump, about my job search and everything else. I didn't sell drugs in the alleys, but it seems we have found some common ground. Got it. You're not in your element. David truly understands. Neither he nor I wanted to end up where we are. Neither of us knows what to do next. And we both love cheap noodles, but he can't eat them anymore. I win. You must be tired of those draw me requests, huh? Okay, let's get back to the questions. I will draw you. Yeah. Oh, like a French girl. He tries to look nonchalant, but his eyes show he's interested. Go ahead, I love beautiful doodles. Oh, yes! He says the word doodles with such strange tenderness that it sounds more like a compliment than an insult. I pick up a pencil. He did say doodles, so I'm tempted to draw something funny. Let's draw something funny. Okay. He stares at it for a few seconds and starts laughing. Yes! Great! This is what I wanted. Spot on. Smile especially turned out well. Awesome, thanks. I'll take it and hang it somewhere. Hopefully in the coffin where he sleeps. I can do something too. David takes the pencil from me and, with deep concentration, almost sticking out his tongue, scribbles something. Whoa, that's so good! A few minutes later, a drawing appears before me. A few minutes! Okay. I never would have thought this guy was capable of that. You draw better than me and I have an education! Wow, beautiful. Mine's cooler. Beautiful. David clears his throat, embarrassed. Nothing special, just a doodle. I was into it a bit when I was a kid. Comics, all that stuff, nothing serious. I take the drawing for myself. Alright, where are we? David looks at me expectantly. Oh, I get more questions. Oh, okay. So, what weaknesses will I have? I mean, the sun and something else? Pearl by silver? Silver? I don't know. Well, no more tanning. No reflection mirrors. If you were ugly before, it's actually a bonus, right? You can enter without an invitation. Garlic doesn't scare either. What about crosses? Holy water is trickier. Depends on the situation. A stake works, but piercing your chest would be quite a challenge. Piercing any part of you is quite a challenge, actually. Our skin is like steel, unless a particularly persistent werewolf comes along. Well, at least you can enter without an invitation. No need for unnecessary chit-chat with people. David looks at me expectantly. Can you find everyone who wronged you in life and get revenge? Yeah, a lot of people think about it first. But it's a bad idea to leave a trail of bodies of people who were somehow connected to you. Yeah, true. And your head quickly fills with other things like, well, the fact that you're dead and it's forever. So after you've been turned, you didn't find everyone who bullied you in school and beat them up? Got it, well, I have more questions. Well, I usually beat them up right at school. I see. Ah, right. You might think I was some kind of bully, constantly pulling pranks, but I was actually quiet in class. Just messing around at the back of the class, like an invisible man. Until some jerks started picking on me. Once I smashed the globe over a guy's head, because he mocked my sneakers. Somebody would call it an, overreaction, but whatever. As if wearing clothes from Walmart made me worse than them. Okay, it wasn't an overreaction, I take that back. Good thing we don't have globes here. David looks at me expectantly, yeah. Okay, last question. Okay, who vamped you? He doesn't answer right away, just furrows his brows. Several long minutes pass in silence. Some old stinking jerk. A lot is mixed into those 4 words. As if he both hates and mourns the old jerk. Probably, that guy wasn't a contender for Father of the Year. I wait for him to continue, but he remains silent. He looks like an angry, cornered dog. It's unlikely he'll speak up on his own. And what did your old stinking jerk do? Don't call him that, damn it. Don't you dare. I mean, You could, oh, okay. I guess it's the situation where only he's allowed to call him that. The rage in his eyes shifts to confusion, just for a brief moment before he looks away. I mean, yeah, call him whatever you want, including an old stinking jerk. No, so what did he do? The jerk suffered from power seizures. That's all there is to say about him. Oh, okay. No amount of booze could erase what that damn villain did in my memory. I suppose all the vampires are like that. It seems he won't tell me more about his vampire dad. Okay, so yeah, I'm ready to tell you my decision. What I would do if I was a vampire. Excellent. He leans in a little closer, when suddenly we hear a wolf howling. That's actually cute! We hit her immediately. I don't even have time to blink before David vanishes. Now I see a little bat hiding behind the counter. Listen up. Don't say anything about me. Sit tight and behave, or you'll feel incredibly bad. Trust me, if you rat me out to that mutt, I'll find a way to get out and twist your head off. The threat in his voice is completely lacking, mostly because this voice now comes in a very small, though angry bat. And also it's like very high pitched, I guess. Werewolf. A werewolf is about to come here now. Whoa! Oh, now I understand how you got those scars. Jesus! I thought that they were like human-sized. The creature steps inside. Hello! Good evening, madam. A low rumbling bass, surprisingly calm and friendly. Can I pet you? I'm listening, sir. Apology for the sudden intrusion. Edward, you can call me Eddie. We're chasing down a certain pest. Oh, okay. Hello, Eddie. You haven't seen a vampire around here by chance, have you? You know, young, a bit scruffy, wearing a leather jacket. You see, here's the story. One of our pegs nearly took out a vampire sire and his offsprings a few hours ago. It was a tough battle. We suffered losses. We tried to tag him and found one of them, well, more like a pile of ash where he once lay. It seems one bloodsucker offered the other when he was weakened. Their family values are quite lacking. It seems patricide has occurred. David didn't tell me anything about it. Yeah, David? You should tell me something about it. Probably, that's why he had all those questions about vampirism. He was trying to get advice on when to go next after killing his creator, but in a completely idiotic way. Yeah. You see, madam, vampires are parasites on the body of our society. They drink blood, like mosquitoes, but unlike mosquitoes, they kill their victims by draining them dry. They languish in boredom with their immortality, and thus destroy human destinies, play with them, torment them, and derive a semblance of pleasure from their suffering. They are devoid of true feelings. I look at David, devoid of any feelings. He's shaking all over. Yeah, you better, David. So, I would be extremely grateful for any help. Blackmail David, slowly glance at the tip jar, then briefly meet David's eyes, hinting he owes a tip. I hope that they want to give him away. Grab David and hand him over to the werewolf. Let the werewolf look at the tip. Well, don't give David away. Yeah, we're not gonna give him away, but I want to see what happens if I blackmail him. The vet nervously swallows and slowly nods his head. He fully understands my threat. Oh, it worked! I first smile and say I haven't seen anything. Well, there goes my, noble heart which wants to help, just because. A quiet, peaceful night. Eddie examines me closely. He's probably catching a faint scent of blood, but my calm demeanor throws him off. Strange. Well, okay, if he shows up, just give a whistle. We won't far away from here. Good night, madam. The werewolf goes off to his important wolf business. David crawls out of his hiding spot. He throws a few bills in the jar. Yay, more money! Here's your damn money. Choke on it. He leaves without saying goodbye. Oh, come on! I can't tell if he's mad because a mortal swindled him like a sucker, or because I saw him at a moment of weakness. Will his fragile ego survive this blow? Maybe you'll find out. Either way, there's one less vampire at the gas station. Yay, more money. That's great. We are doing so well at this job. Another satisfied customer. I think that satisfied is a bit of a stretch, but yeah. I survived another visitor. It seems I've started to get used to this job. Wiping off the sticky residue, hoping it was just spilled soda from the counter, I suddenly hear the crunch of gravel outside. Who's? Okay. So. That's the third guy. And yeah, I've played for quite a long time again. So yeah. You can see the next guy. Whatever, he's for the next episode, I suppose. Okay, so that's it for today. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, whatever you'd like. And see you next time. And until then, take care. Bye!